Marsha, tell us about your role at BRC. What do you do there?
I am the HR director for Bernard Robinson and Company, and I've been here for 16 and a half years.
People stay at BRC for an extraordinarily long time. You have above industry average retention rates. If you had to, could you put your finger on why people stay?
What I repeatedly hear in interviews before employment and exiting are the people here and culture that they've heard about. We do know that life happens along the way and that we've got to be supportive of people. So I could give you probably 10 stories of where that has happened that I can think of off the top of my head, where people have been through a lull in their life or something and they need their team to come in and swoop down and support them. And they see that they can progress. That's one of the things that I love to see every 6 months, every year, is to see the group of people that are promoted internally. Some of them were staff accountants when I started here. Now they're partners. So there are people all over at all levels that are willing to help, anywhere from interns to supervisors advance in their roles. And I think that's seen. I know a lot of times when I speak with interns, when they are going back to school after being an intern here, they say, I was so relieved because I was able to ask questions to whoever I needed to. They made me feel like that was a welcome thing, and I did not feel anxious about doing that. And that's important when you're a student and you're just entering the field of work. We've never put the hard emphasis on billable hours. We don't want our people to feel like they don't have a balance between their everyday life outside of work and their work life. We want them to have the satisfaction of performing well and advancing at BRC. And we also want them to be able to have time to relax, spend with their families, spend with their animals, do their favorite hobbies.
Tell us a little bit about how BRC embraces people's lives as well as their work.
BRC, I have seen them, even in my own situation, come in and say, don't worry about it. If you can't be here, if you have to work remotely, that's fine. We can do that. If you need for us to do anything, do you need a meal? Do you need somebody else to come and get you, give you a ride somewhere, that type of thing? Well, we're all ready to step in. And that's what gives you that family feel and that important security, I guess, for lack of a better term, that just because you're going through something doesn't mean you have to also add to that the worry of your job and the status of your job.
When we talk about what makes a good career, there's the personal angle, but there's also the professional angle. How do you develop people professionally at BRC?
For instance, we just had a group of summer interns that we put through a new program. And I was just looking over how they've done this summer, and they have all done extraordinarily well and will probably be asked back. So that's part of the just stepping in the door development of them, giving them a taste of our culture. And if this is what they might want in the future. We also have our 1BRC training, which is a week a year, which every level of the firm that's already here is going through more training. And I do encourage, when we're doing any type of feedback, whether that's informal or formal, for employees to say, if you have an interest in something else, let your manager know. If you want to go from audit to tax or vice versa, if you want to do a different industry, please make it known, and we try to make that happen. And I don't know that other firms can do that as easily.